Okay. Damn. Nobody's here right now, so I just thought I'd make a video, and I don't know why, but I had this. I think because I woke up and I went on my phone. First of all, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing something that you care about. It's funny. I always want to do so much. And one of the things that I genuinely want to do is to just be a voice, right? Often I don't know how to do that, where to start, you know. I don't. I'm standing up because I'm doing laundry. Am I doing my bed sheets? And yeah, often I don't know. I feel like my brain goes everywhere, and I think that's why I'm making these. That's why I'm making these videos. I digress. I woke up this morning, and I looked at the Grammys, and I saw that people won. Bad Bunny won. Nice. And then I just started comparing myself and my age. I'm about to be 29, and I guess it kind of hit me. I've been in New York for like almost 10 years now. I came here at 19, and wow, I'm like, what did I do? you know, what did I do? I did a lot. I also did a lot of nothing. And there's no guidance, there's no like book telling you like what to do and what not to do. And I'm not a musician. I mean, I like making music, but in acting, I slowed down a lot, and I realized something. Why do I had this thought consistently, and I don't know why I had this thought. I don't know if anyone else has this thought. Any actors out there, or just artists in general. Well, we're in a transition now, and everything is different. It's gonna change. The future is gonna be different now. It's not gonna mean the same as it used to. And then I end up not doing anything. I end up just living in a lie. I end up just living in the future. And I go, well, acting is different now, and I shouldn't join it right now. I shouldn't be X, Y, and Z because it's gonna be different now. Everyone's just gonna watch short story, and everyone's gonna be on their phone, so it doesn't actually matter. People don't go to the cinema anymore. I don't know where this thought process came from, and I think it's just laziness. I think it's just my body going, yeah, keep saying that so you don't do anything, right? And it makes me wonder, how many things do I say that are like, that I feel the truth, that are actually an illusion? How many things do I believe and do I fear that are actually an illusion? That for so long have put me in a position of not doing, because I gotta figure something else out. This is the con of thinking too much. I'm just kidding. And so the reality is that, yeah, things are changing. And also, people are still going to plays and watching movies, and art is forever. And it's deep embedded in my blood. I will never stop. The passion is so deep It's what made me. It's what makes me. So that's never gonna go away. So then I sit and wonder, what the fuck am I doing? What am I not doing? And obviously there's many things I'm not doing. And I don't know why I steer away from them. It's like, oh, don't go, I don't do the Actors Access anymore, the auditions. I'd rather go the content creator route. People find me, I'm like, what the fuck? What's the lie here? What's the lie? And I admit I haven't done an audition for a film or a play in a long time. That's obviously one thing. That's obviously a fault. I have been making videos though. I will say. I have been making videos. So it's not like I'm not doing anything. And then I think, am I in the wrong, am I doing all the wrong things? I don't know. I like making these videos because I just get excited. Because I think, like, damn, imagine having one day as a platform the ability to speak to people, other artists, and just talk about genuine things that are happening and the struggles that people have and the struggles that are happening in the world. That I know I want to do. I'm cursed with too many thoughts and too much passion or energy that I end up not moving. And I guess I say, like, I guess I speak about this a lot because I seek help. Even though the only person that's going to be able to do it is me. But I seek help in just, I guess in my own community, like other actors, and just to see what other people are thinking of, Listen, whether I believe in certain things or not that are happening in my industry, new shows are coming out. New films are coming out. And these stupid thoughts of, like, yeah, but those people are already in the position, or it's just fucking excuses, Matias. I've had this battle for so long. It's funny, actually. One of my good friends is a comedian. He says he just came to visit me one time a while back. Well, I think it was Thanksgiving or something, and he's like, "So what have you been up to?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just feel like I'm I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking." He's like, "Dude, you never know. I feel like last time I saw you was like months ago. You said the same thing, and before that you said the same thing. You're always not knowing." And I was like, "Wow, you're so right. He's so right." Laziness? That's laziness. That's laziness. That's fucking laziness. Not this year, though. Not this year. I don't know what's going to happen this year. All I know is that work is going to be done, and that's it. And, I compared myself too much because of the Grammys and just people's ages, and it's not good to do that. Never compare yourself. Might as well compare yourself with The Rock. And that's not good, because then you put yourself in the position of, like, well, what am I doing? I'm not there. That's not true. You are doing stuff. Everyone moves differently, You could be very impactful, and then in 10 years, nobody cares. I hope because of comparison, you don't give up. whoever you are watching this, and whatever it is that you're doing, just don't. Because that's not that's their life. That's not yours. It's not your life. Somebody else's, totally different, different upbringing, different culture, probably different style. Everything is different. You cannot compare yourself to that. And don't get lost in this like, oh, they have money, they have fame. Don't get lost in that either. That's not the goal. That's just a result of doing. But that's not the goal. We've seen it time and time again. What happens to when that's the goal is destruction. And just that. But when other things are the goal, destruction can happen, but there seems to be a lot of beauty following the destruction, not just destruction. When there's a goal that's because I love it or because of passion and whatnot, there's a destruction in it seems that when the goal is passion, the goal is caring something bigger than you, the destruction it seems to be the ego. Destruction seems to be the lies that you've followed for so long, or that people have followed so long, versus when the goal is money and fame, the destruction is just you. You just lose yourself. And there's moments where I'm like, oh yeah, money this, money that. And every time I do that, what happens? I go, and then I talk about the same problems over and over again. And I do nothing. Wow, movement really is everything. And I noticed this the other day when I was making this video. I worked a lot. I had no hours of sleep, and then I got home and I just did fuck all. And I said, I gotta make this video before I eat, and I did that. Because usually I do the opposite, and then I just wait, and then while I digest, I wait and I wait, and I end up not doing the video, or I do the video very late, or it's just stupid. Anyways, I was doing the thing, and I'm like, what's happening? I feel like I'm doing the same thing, and then one thing that I catch when it comes to performance is like, there's like a waiting for something to happen, and then there's a moment where you just fall. You just fall and do the thing, and then something comes out of that that's real because it's right there and you don't know where you're going. And I found better humor. I found better sense in those moments than the other. The other just felt like two-dimensional. It just felt like I was filling in a blank with just nonsense. Versus the other, I felt like I was creating something. And it's funny, I've always, said this one thing way back when I first started even acting. I told this to my friend, because I did something and he was like, how do you do it? Like, what's your technique or whatever? And I was like, I have no fucking idea. But one thing I do notice that helps me is like, just movement. Like when you're talking, you're doing something, force yourself to put your body in a different position. Literally do something weirdly different. Because now you have to find your way through that. And you're living in that moment. You're living in that moment. And I guess whatever creative things come, like genius is what people say. It's not like oh my God, you're a genius. No, it's like the act comes into fruition, and that's what a lot of people do. That's what a lot of artists do. The ones that we look up to, they just kind of move their body, like they just started like saying stuff and doing. Like there's almost no thinking. And I talk about this a lot because it's very it's just like vital to me. It's so prominent in my life because I'm such a thinker. I just think too much, and I'm not even like smart. Like I'm not even that smart, and I'm constantly thinking. Academically terrible. Remembering, holding like a capacity to remember, not that great either. I think, I don't know. I guess adaptability I'm very good at. And that in and of itself is a form of intelligence. So yeah, I just felt like for the past few years I haven't been moving. Just thinking so much. What do I do? Where do I go? What do I do? And I don't do anything. And it's like, why? And you start asking yourself, then you gotta get yourself out of that. You gotta pay the cheese tax. Because you gotta get out of that, because you could really go into some dark spaces. It's not good, man. It's not good, man. Going into the dark spaces is not bad. But living in them is. You need to go in those dark places to find your way out. Unravel the muck. Unravel what's going on down there. See what's festering. Spot the mold. I wanted to make this video because last week I didn't finish. So basically, last week I didn't post something, my dumbass, because I was making a puzzle, and the video was the puzzle, and I was doing very well, but I was drinking, and now I'm not. I don't want to, like, put myself in that drinking position. But I'm like, if I'm just doing it once a week, maybe I can do that. That's okay. So I want to bring that back. I'm almost done with the puzzle. I'm halfway. But I want to post the video first, and then I'm going to continue another puzzle making video. It's just me making the puzzle, that's all. But I wanted to make this one because, yeah, I don't know, I just got lost this morning. I felt a little down comparing myself and just realizing I'm about to be 29. What am I doing? And I just know, I don't know if I'm alone in this, but this is my point. I don't know if I'm alone. Am I the only one that's always like, oh, the world is bad and everything in art is changing, and that's why I can't focus on that, or that's why I shouldn't do that. I should make my own. Am I the only one that's fucking thinking this? And is it dumb? And it is. It is. I'm hearing myself say it out loud. And it's like, I don't know why when I say it out loud, it's like, duh. But then that's fear. Fear of what, bro? Sick and tired of feeling this fear, dude. Fear of what? Look at this. Look at this, bro. Look at where I am. Look at what I'm doing. Yes, I'm doing a lot. I know. Sometimes I think I'm doing a lot of nothing. Oh God, I feel like every time I cry on this fucking video, bro. All the time, man. All the time. And I can't even, anyways. I just want to get out. And, I do try. I do try. I do. And I still hold near and dear in my heart that I'm getting out. I know that. And for anyone else who's watching, know that. Because it's inevitable. You have an emotion. It's inevitable. And you care. You deeply care. You don't ideally care. You deeply care. I want to feel a sense of belonging. And often I don't. Except for when I'm with people I care about and friends and family and when I'm doing the thing, when I'm in the motion. But it's the moments surrounding it that I just feel like no belonging and not seen, not heard. And I think those overwhelm me and they dwell. And they cause me to stop and live in this fear. There's two things are true. And it's funny because the living in those feelings of belonging, which are like this, are so profound. They're immeasurable. It just feels like light. And the other moments surrounding it that feel like I'm not belonging, I'm not seen, I'm not heard, they're dark and they're encompassing. They're it's funny. I watched The True Detective again, and he goes, or the main character, he's like, talks about God and like, he never really believed in God and whatnot, but then he says something about like, before light there was darkness. I'm butchering it, but before light there was darkness, and everything was dark. And if you ask me, light's winning. And that makes so much sense, I don't know. I don't like coming onto these videos and just fucking putting my heart on my sleeve. I can't even not do that, But I'd rather do it here than anywhere else, because oftentimes, and I know probably anyone who's watching this is gonna comment or see me in person. But for some reason, it feels better doing it here than in front of actual people because, oh, are you okay? I don't like that stuff. Get the fuck away from me. Because it also just feels like real, and I can allow for unconscious train of thought. Chain of thought. Is that right? Train or chain? Chain. So yeah. Where was I going with that? Something about, I forget what I was saying. Oh my God. I forgot. No, I know I was talking about the belief and belonging. That's what it was, belonging. Doing work, being with loved ones, doing something good, connecting, feels like a sense of belonging. That's crazy. Belonging to what? Belonging where? What is that? What is that? How can all of these extremely different feelings or doings, working, family, being kind to a stranger, and the stranger's like, oh, thank you very much. These are three different things. How can they all bring the same feeling? This belonging, this connection. And, the one thing that I notice for me is that when I do these two a lot, this one gets a little avoided because I feel the belonging here. But when I do these too much, then I often feel like it's not bad, but something is missing. And it's that one, it's the work. I always have these epiphanies. Matthias, shut the hell up. I always have these epiphanies. I always have these realizations. And it always comes back to I always remind myself this one thing. At the end of the day, I'm an actor. I moved here to pursue this art. And yet when I say the word, I meant no words, I'm an actor. There's a small part of me that just like goes, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a freeze. And there's always a doubt, a thought in my head that's like, are you? Yeah, but that sounds kind of pretentious. And so that's what kind of puts me in like a back position. And I'm here today to say that I absolutely hate that feeling. And maybe that's my fear talking. Maybe that's the reason why I say that is because I don't do any of the work. Like I make these reels and whatnot, but I don't physically go on stage. I don't physically get into a film. I haven't in a while. And when I have, I even then have been like, oh shit, I gotta work. Oh shit, I gotta do it. And I battle with that a lot. Am I a phony? Anyone else feel like that? I mean, obviously, people, you do feel like that. It's just that doing the work seems to be the only way out. Oh man, I'm telling you, this play is the death of me, dude. It's not this play in particular. It's just the act of writing a play, the act of like, it's so big to me that once I get it done, I'm gonna feel like, holy fucking shit. Everything is going to fucking be obliterated. All these thoughts obliterated. My life shoot out like a fucking rocket, dude. Not because of this play. This play is irrelevant. The act of doing is relevant. Because it's not going to be the only one. And there's no talking about it. There's just doing it. No talking about it. There's doing it. It's funny, somebody was telling me like, oh, you sure not the puzzle and all this stuff is just a way to get away from the play? And I'm like, you shut up. You shut up. Because he's right. Funny, we know all the answers, really. We do. Why don't we do them? I don't know. Maybe everyone has there's a time and a place for everything and everyone. But you cannot let that be the excuse. Oh, my time will come. Yeah. Right. I like making these videos because I this unconscious train of thought is good. Um, Again, I always hope I help someone think and just listen. Those are two very important, like critical thinking and listening and just like unraveling, like asking questions. It's very good. I hope that happens, and it also is good practice for me to say out loud, like, "Oh, this is what I do." And the only thing I don't do that I need to do more is probably like listen to what I'm saying, like rewatching it and practicing to speak better. But I just kind of talk. Some things are so scary, we don't want to do them because we don't want to be in confrontation, because we don't want to be seen as dumb, or because life is real, like it's real, and I'm not a narcissist. I feel bad for those people. They have a difficult time believing what's real and difficult time admitting. I'm on a whole other journey with that. Yeah. I'm not doing anything today except the things that I said I was going to get done, and so that's pretty good. I have a hole in my bed sheet. Got to fix that. Don't know what to do. Whatever. Got to get a new one. That's great. Finish up the puzzle. Get some groceries. All the shit. All the shit. And finish this play. And actually do it. Actually get better at that. I try so hard to be perfect. I do. I try so hard to be exactly what's right. Because I don't know what that is. And nobody does. And I never felt that before. I never felt like I'm always just like growing up trying to be something because I don't know what to be. So I guess it just kind of really is impactful to me. And maybe that's why I like talking about it a lot. As I hope to God someone out there feels the same and is trying to make sense of it all. And I know that because that's what I do. And I enjoy talking about it. And I don't think that's bad. That's good. I wish I like to make sense of it all without being like, this is what it is. I just like talking, and then you do something about it. And then you play. And then you just kind of like live life, and isn't this funny? But don't give me... Or maybe if you have the answer, then that's no fun. It's not mysterious. It's not, because nobody really does. Funny, you listen to one guy saying, like, what's the meaning of life? And he'll give you an answer, and then 700 other guys give you a different answer. It's like, okay, so there's no fucking answer. Every answer is completely different. So it's not about there's not, like, an answer. It's about the unraveling. Like, if you take a scope out It's about the unraveling, which means there's no answer because it's different for everybody. It's about the unraveling. What that is, I don't fucking know. Connection seems to play a major role, and unraveling, like exploring your journey, right? Because you can ask an evil person, what's the meaning of life? And they're like, power. How are you going to tell them they're wrong? That's how they live their whole entire life, and then they die. Look what's happening now in the world. That's another thing that gets to my head is like, is what I'm doing genuinely impactful to people? And then all I hear is like, and then you'll hear things like, oh, people in the music industry, people in the TV industry, like, they don't care about this. They just talk a little bit and that's all they do. They don't do anything. And man, do I feel guilty. I'm such a sponge. I just feel guilty. And then I'm like, I don't want to be that. But then I'm like, I'm not going to be a politician. And then I end up going back into the spiral. Bam, I'm an actor again. Yeah, it's just all over and over again. I think what it is that I try to rush. I rush too much. And I've been rushing for a long time. And I don't want to rush anymore. I want to get better. I want to learn. And in order to learn, you need to practice. You need a patience. So I don't care about being original and whatnot. I just care about being technically good. I just want to make something that's technically good. I don't give two fucking shits about, I've seen this, you know that. I don't fucking care. Just be technically good. In a world where everything is so individualized and authentic, a lot of complex things happening. Not a lot of simplicity. Not a lot of like, yeah, remember why? I think it's because everything is so copy paste, that people think you can't go back to the simplicity. You have to be more complex than that. But copy and paste, it's not, you can copy paste anything. Simplicity is not just about like, it's easy to copy. It's being simple it's just getting closer to yourself. It's getting closer. That's why ironically, I feel like masters always just, the saying, they make it look easy. It's because they bring it, they go through this whole complex journey and they end up realizing, oh, it's actually just simpler than I thought. And that's why they make it look easy. Not because they're complex, because it's simpler than you think. Whatever that means, it correlates to everything in life. This Jamaican guy once told me, everything is everything. And I was like, what the hell is this guy on? And he's right. Everything is everything. And then I quit that job. And then I was working as a salesman, selling furniture. Why? I have no idea. I thought I would make a lot of money. And I was wrong. And I didn't care. But you got to wear a suit every day. So that was pretty cool. And I learned about good beds. And that's that. Make it simple. Don't try to be complex and original. Like Ernest Hemingway said, be technically good. Then your originality will come out. And that guy's brilliant. Drunk, but brilliant. So, it's about getting this done as simply as I possibly can. Making it happen. For no other reason but to get good for myself. So I can understand my voice better, so I can comprehend what I'm saying better, so I can eventually, I don't want to focus on that one. Just to get better for myself. Because all I really want to do is make good things. And I have a deep aversion for those feelings of like laziness and not having a lazy day, but laziness in my actions, half-assing. Deep aversion. I always end up hating myself after. And I want to break that. I want to get better. We're gonna. So my laundry's probably done. I gotta finish up this video that I'm editing and get cracking at this play. And soon you'll see it if you decide to go. And soon you'll see the puzzle that I'm making. And I'm gonna put it up here somewhere. I don't know where. Probably right here. Maybe not. Somewhere. And soon we'll get out. And soon we'll get out. Everything's gonna be all right. Go through the motions. You're not alone. You're not. And you matter. Or at least you matter to someone. I think that's good enough. All right. See you later.